What's up, fight fans?
Greetings from the Wrestleverse. I'm your host, Lexy.
And Billy here.
And it's time to take it to the... All right, you guys, on this episode of WrestleCap, we will be reviewing AEW Dynamite. And it was an epic night, so let's just get right into it. The night starts out with Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, and they're standing in the center of the ring. And this was for a unification match for TBS and TNT belts.
I'm pumped, too. This was a great match. Both men just look mean and ready to fight. They waste no time. They kind of start off a bit slow, kind of feeling each other out, but they shake hands first, kind of a sign of good sportsmanship. But then Cody just, bam, big first takedown, has a size advantage for sure.
Yeah, and Sammy came right back with the corkscrew kick. That was epic.
So athletic.
Yeah, and Cody grabbed the big 10-foot ladder, which I thought was for the belts, but no. Sets it up from the apron to the rail, and it was like, I have never seen that happen. And
it was so funny. He was like talking to the fans. He was like, "Don't worry, I'll look out for you. You're safe. Don't worry." And
he was being so like nice about it.
He really was.
So
he was definitely looking out for the fans. Like, "Don't worry, I got you, man." So then outside of the ring, like Sammy nailed him with a cutter right after this. He's like, "Nah, I got you." And then the whole fight just kind of spills out into the arena, and man, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And Sammy was the first to get to the ladder in the ring and set it up for the belt grab, but Cody stopped that real fast, like, not letting that happen here, buddy.
Man, and then holy cow, Cody hit Sammy with the suplex from the top of the 10-foot ladder, and man, it was a suspended suplex, came all the way down. Like both of them felt it though, man. It was pretty crazy. And then Sammy, he had kind of got laid out onto the ladder, like right in the rungs, the center part, and just slammed down. Oh, it was really bad. And they kind of pulled through with the figure 4 and tied him up. And the announcers kept saying, like, "Oh, his knee, his knee." It didn't look like his knee was what was getting hurt.
No, it looked like everything but his knee. And I think he needs a serious medical evaluation after that because it looked really sad. I mean, Sammy hit Cody with the cutter coming from one ladder to another, and there was just so much.
Look at that shot. That's mid-air. He jumped from here over to there and pulled him down. It was great, man. This was a great match.
It all looked so painful.
And then Sammy, he hit that landing pretty awkward on the cutter. It looked like he hurt himself pretty bad. And, ladder matches are rough. Yeah. And then the two men, they kind of start fighting from on top of the ladder. And then like one ladder here. They're trading fists. And then Cody rolls in what was it? The
crossroads.
The crossroads. Thank you. Yeah. So rolls in from the top and just flattened poor Sammy out, man.
It was a great match. I mean, at one point they were both hanging from the chain. I was like, what the hell?
Swinging around. And the ref was smart. He moved the ladder out of the way. Definitely good looking out. Tony was smart bringing 2 refs into this match.
Then we see Fuego del Sol comes out and he's yelling at Cody, and Cody laid him out, and he deserved every bit of it. Why are you coming in yelling at some guy? Come on.
Man. And then there was a huge DTH outside of the ring that Cody took, and he just got laid out, man. And then now Cody is like laying on the ladder. He picks him up, puts him on there. He's that same one that he set up was kind of used against him. Oh
my goodness. And then we get Sammy, who like swan dives to Cody, but I think that Sammy like really took the brunt of it because it looked more painful on his end more than anything.
That was the biggest ladder that they had out there, and he went all the way to the top and flipped it and just destroyed him. And he almost, like you can see it, he hit Cody and bounced off and landed, and I really think he took the brunt of that.
My God, they must be like all bruised up today. I mean, Sammy smacked Cody off the top of the ladder with the belt, and then he went down hard.
But then, Sammy, he took this as his opportunity. He unhooked both of the belts. He took it, and he is the new champion. Look at that shot, man. It was fantastic. He was pumped. He loved it.
It was a great match. And then we get Ricky Starks and Hobbs, and they're outside freezing their butts off. I mean, I complain about it being cold here in Florida, but I guess I can't complain seeing as how they have snow. And Ricky's just calling out Jay Lethal, and he's accepting his challenge for the FTW belt. And it was kind of cool.
I thought it was very ironic that this was called the beach break, and they're out there by the water, and it's freezing out. It's just too funny. But then Hobbs, he ends up telling Dante he was lucky beating him in that last match, and he wants a rematch. He's coming back. He's thirsty.
Yeah, I mean, man, those poor guys, they look freezing. Next match, we've got Wardlow coming out, and he is just ready to fight two guys at once.
Yeah.
Elijah Dean and James Taylor.
Now, and they were both two stout guys, and Wardlow, he kind of needs a handicap match, to be fair. Even though they were both big guys, and they probably look like they're good wrestlers, it's like, no.
Yeah.
So the power bombs just start flowing. Each guy gets like 5 power bombs. He's just whooping ass. It's like a workout for him.
Yeah, and then the last one, he slams the poor guy on top of another, and then we get a fast match. But, you know, I loved it, but it just goes to show how freaking strong this guy is. It's like, oh, why don't you bring on 3 against 1? It's not going to do a difference.
He's still light work. He went out there and just destroyed him. I love his pin. He just stands up. It's done. So the last fight card of the night, we get to see, or the next fight card of the night, sorry. We get to see Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz. They're going up against Daniel Garcia in 2.0.
Yeah, and they've had some beef that's been building up for quite a while.
And it's kind of been building up.
Yeah, and last week we had Santana and Ortiz telling Jericho that they think that he doesn't have their best interest at heart, and they'll be focusing more on themselves in their match.
You know, and they kind of have a point. You know, they've been wrestling for a while. When was the last time they had a real title match?
That's true. And Matt Lee and Chris start off this match first. Santana tags himself in. He's like, I want to be in this too. Santana hits the 3 amigos, and Ortiz comes in for the last one and helps out some cool stuff.
It was cool stuff. I love seeing the 3 amigos. It's always fun to see. And then Garcia, he comes out and he's kind of showing off a bit, man. He's really showing us what he has. And then he gets double teamed by Santana and Ortiz.
He sure does. And I mean, now this entire match at this point is Ortiz and Santana, and they've kept Chris out of the ring.
And it's just really purposely, and it's just a slap in the face.
Yeah. And now Ortiz and Santana said that they want to show us what they got, and man, did they.
They really did.
Yeah.
It was great. There was like one move where they did kind of double teamed, and then he did a standing moonsault. The other guy kind of did this dead man drop. It was really cool stuff.
They were these crazy acrobats. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't catch up. And they burned Chris, though. I mean, stealing another tag, and Chris was shocked. I mean, he was supposed to be the leader, but I think that's changed.
Yeah, I was kind of say he was kind of taken back. You know, but Chris, he still helps out. He stops the 2 men from kind of getting beat up, and then hits him with the Judas effect off the rope. And Santana finishes up with a big pile driver. Got the 3 count, but only because of Chris Jericho's help. So even though they kept him out, he still played fair.
Yeah.
And he was pretty pissed off, man.
So damn, Santana for the win.
He walked off. Yeah, he was like, come on, guys, you're going to do me like that? And that's messed up, man.
Yeah, look at that. And then I hear some CM Punk music. And the crowd is like, yeah. I mean, everybody is so pumped. Everyone loves CM Punk.
Everyone.
He's telling the crowd he is ready. And all that you know is that like he sports a MJF scarf.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
Definitely. He's like, yeah, what's up? And he threw in a nice little joke too. It's like, yeah, you know, I thought this would be kind of a big thing. It was very personal to him, but I looked online and he can get 12 for $5. I was like, geez, man.
I thought it was like real Burberry.
Oh no, he was definitely razzing him, you know. And then finally, after multiple call outs, MJF enters, and he just it took a lot to get him out, but he is not dressed to fight. And he said he was going to be ready. He was ready to come out. Now he kind of hypes up the crowd a little bit. He's like, oh, you guys want to see us fight? You want to see us fight tonight? Well, no. You're not getting it.
I think we haven't seen him fight in, what, like 2 weeks now?
Yeah, and he does this nonsense like, we're not going to waste that great fight on you, Cleveland. You suck. And then just starts burning Cleveland.
And the crowd starts cheering, asshole. And he tells them, no, it will be in Chicago next week. Yeah. So I guess we've got to stay tuned for that.
We'll see, you know. But then MJF, he keeps bringing up the smack talk, and he brings up how, you know, in 2014, CM Punk was supposed to be there, but then he just like flaked out.
Oh.
And it's like, you guys love him. You think he's there. He did it to you once, but he could do it again. He's not this big, nice guy you think. I was like, oof.
And then CM tells him to go and lace up his boot. And he comes in with like 3 in his lips. And then he's just like ready to fight. I mean, MJF, he just looked like, bro, like,
don't talk about my 3-inch lips.
Yeah, do not talk about it.
Nobody knows about that.
And then Wardlow comes out with Young Bucks, but CM Punk gets attacked from behind the spears. I mean, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Thing. They just beat the crap out of him.
They really do. They kind of stretch him out. They got him over and they just start beating the crap out of him. Spears does with the chair. See, there it is, like stretched out. And man, they handed this poor guy a butt whooping. And then Wardlow, he came in with that power bomb again, being told what to do by MJF, and he takes the orders and just power bombs him right into the steel chair.
Oh, and then just to make matters even worse, MJF sits on him. I mean, just so disrespectful at this point. But
it was funny, but I was like, come on, man, really?
I mean,
a little too much.
It was funny at first, but man, does that look painful.
Yeah.
And then backstage, we see Julia with Tony and Cargill, and they're coming up and telling us that Cargill wants to fight, but you have to sign this contract.
Yeah.
Because of her eyes being hurt.
Yeah, she's still got the. Well, it's going to be kind of a handicap, so she ends up accepting this match, and so we'll get to see Cargill and Julia next week.
That'll be a good exciting.
Match. Yeah.
And then for the next fight card, we've got Layla.
Yeah, Layla.
Versus Red Velvet.
So last week, Layla was pretty pissed off at her partner at the time and then nailed her with that armbar backstage.
Yes, I remember.
And that's what started all of this beef. So they're settling it. They're taking it into the ring, man.
Yeah, I mean, they did not waste any time for this. Red Velvet locks in a triangle trying to choke Layla, but gets slammed. She is crazy strong, man.
Yeah, she did. She just bolted down the runway. So Red Velvet rolled out of this German suplex, so athletic, and then came back with this big spear, just laying that girl out. And these ladies were going hard. They were beating the crap out of each other. You could tell they had some beef, and they were there to settle it.
They really know how to fight. I mean, Layla locks in an arm bar, but she gets Red off to the rope, and it's just, there's so much going on that, Layla had to wait for the ref to count.
Yeah.
And tell them to kind of wasn't going on.
It was like, oh no, she got to the rope. So once you're on the rope, you're supposed to let go. And she's like, nah, I'm holding this. Made that ref count. I loved it. That's some old school stuff. It's like, nope, I got 10.
And then, she, Layla pins Red Velvet with a roll, and we get a handful of pants, and, she just sets it in, and it was pretty epic.
So the match was over, and then she hit her with this big armbar after, just to really send her a message, and that's not what it was. So Statlander had to come running out to stop her. The bell's ringing, refs are trying to break it up. She's still sitting in. She's like, nope, not having it. But good thing Statlander came in and saved the day.
Yes, and then after this, we see a super creepy promo from House of Black, and he's calling out Pac for disappearing from House of Black. And the first time I saw House of Black, I didn't even realize it was a part of the show. I thought it was a commercial. I was like, this is so creepy.
Yeah, it's a whole new kind of church,
Yeah.
But then we get set for the next fight coming up, and I'm excited. This is going to be a good match, main event.
Yes, but we see Tony in the ring with a bunch of awards, and then we get Britt Baker, who's coming out and just talking about how good she is, and just talking about how she was voted for Women's Wrestler of the Year. She's just boasting herself up. I mean, girl can talk about herself.
So next up, we get to see our lights out, no time limit, no DQ match with Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole. And they've been building up for a while.
Everyone's waiting for this one.
Yeah, this was the big match. So, man, they waste no time. Orange comes out, and he's serious. He crushes his glasses. He's normally real careful with them.
Yeah.
I'm here, man. And they come out, and they just start trading blows. They lock up and just bam, 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 bam. It's craziness.
I mean, they end up going outside of the ring pretty fast, within the first few minutes. I mean, hands go in the pockets, and he nails Cole with a shotgun drop kick. Holy cow. I mean, this match was just crazy because, Cole thinks that Orange knocked out Britt on purpose on the table last week, and it totally was unintentional.
Yeah, he still got it. I mean, they've had a little bit of beef, but this was that line.
That was the last straw for him.
So we're watching, and then Cole, of course, he goes underneath the mat. He lifts up the skirt or the apron, the skirt, and then guess who happened? Danhausen comes out. I was like, what? This is crazy. Everybody looks confused, and I'm not. I'm like, yeah. It was great. I was so pumped.
Does that count as a prop? I don't know. And then Orange slammed Cole into the table after he countered that Panama Sunrise.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a crazy match. Talk about crazy. I mean, trash cans, chains, you name it. It was there.
All there. There was some tacks. Now, Orange hurt his hand trying to throw the orange punch. He hit the ring bell, and it was pretty bad. And then right after that, Cole throws him over into the steel stairs and then stomps his hand on the steel stairs too. So now that's his hand. That's his orange punch hand.
Yeah, he definitely was
So then they get this really neat like tug of war in the ring, like trying to pull on the chain, like, I want it.
I want it.
But Orange was one-handed. Yeah, you can see right there. He only had the one hand.
I mean, Orange was doing great. He countered a brain busted, and then he did like a huge pile driver into 2 chairs. Yeah. And then, you know, he does a cutter.
Oh, Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler shows up, but I mean, Yuta stops him. He's like,
And then Fish comes out, stops Yuta. And then Chuck Taylor comes out, stops him. It's just chaos. And then Young Bucks, they come out. And it's just craziness. Everyone's fighting outside of the ring, pretty much just to let the two of them fight. Keep the outside stuff in. But they ended up getting inside the ring. And
yeah, and then Orange lands this like beach break, but you know, Cole goes out and he's just like, Orange is going nuts at this point.
I can't believe he kicked out. He was so frustrated. I've never seen Orange look like that. He was pissed, just running around. It was insane. But
Orange still somehow nails the orange punch and Cole is down, but Orange is like feeling it at this point. I mean,
there it is. Yeah, it's a big punch. That was with that hurt hand too. So Cole tried to hit him in the nuts, doing that sneaky move he always does.
Yeah.
But no. Orange was ready this time. He had a cup that had tacks in it. Like, look at that.
Oh my God.
He hit him. He pulls out a steel cup and it's covered in tacks. He's like, haha, not this time, mofo. So then the fight ends up going backstage and we see another broken table.
Oh my
and Orange just gets tossed in, destruction everywhere.
And then Cole started climbing to the stage and it was crazy. I mean, but Orange like sneaks up behind him and then he nailed him from behind and boom, with a nut uppercut. Ouch.
He's like, oh. So like he grabs him from behind. He thinks it's kind of a hug, and Cole's confused. He's like, "Wait, what's going on?" And he hugs him. Nope. And they just both fall down off the big top stage, hit the stage down on the bottom, and just disappear. The whole thing collapses. And Orange got his 3 count, and he earned it, man. Both guys just looked absolutely exhausted after that. Look at that.
They look dead. I mean, they literally looked dead. It went on, I feel like, for a while.
They beat the crap out of each other. This was a great match, and I've never seen Orange come this hard and have such speed. He's known for, like, his sloth technique.
Yeah.
And he was anything but, man. He came in hard and fast.
We also had some great surprises of people we didn't expect.
Danhausen!
He's back officially for AEW. This is great news. Man. This is great news. And that was it for the night. I mean, it went by fast. So that's all we've got for you guys. But here on Take It to the Ring, don't forget that we give each fight card a rating.
That's right.
So 5 is
Fight Forever.
4 is This is Awesome.
Yep. And then 3, You Still Got It.
2 is What?
And then 1, Boring.
Just watch us because it's way better.
What would you give this episode, Lexi?
I want to say it's like a 4. I mean, I think the fact that Danhausen came out completely unexpected, nobody knew what his next move was going to be. That's like a pretty big deal. And like the ladders match, that was epic.
It was a great event.
While it was very gruesome, it was epic. I can imagine they're probably all in pain.
It was a great match. I got to agree. I mean, it's really close to a 5. You got to see a lot of great matches, some great surprises too. Great matchup.
I mean, the past, 2 weeks that we've been watching AEW, I feel like the matches we've been giving them like 4 or 5 because they've just been so packed and intense and you don't feel like bored at any moment. There's just so much happening.
Tony, you're awesome. We love you. Keep it up, man. Fans are loving it.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. If you like what you see here, take a moment to leave a comment.
Make sure you like.
Yep, you share and subscribe. And for some more WrestleCat videos, click the link down below. Until next time, I'm Lexi.
And Billy here. Don't stop believing.
Bye.